Hello. How's it going? Hey, VOD gang. We're gonna start saying hey to VOD gang. Because there's a VOD gang now, you guys, and it's exciting. I'm pretty hyped about it. So say hi to VOD gang. Hi, VOD gang. You might see this in a day or two, VOD gang. Or maybe next week. I'm about a week behind on my YouTube uploads, but that's okay. I haven't figured out how to go live there yet. I know how, but I haven't set up my Streamlabs to do both yet. Twitch and YouTube, and it's a lot, and I don't want to deal with it right now. So we're just going to stream here on Twitch for a while and upload the after of, the leftovers to VOD Gang. So there you go. Hey, VOD Gang. How's it hanging? Welcome to BigClickEnergy. That's me. I do photography professionally. I also do graphic design. Let's see. I do all kinds of different photography. I don't just do one, even though I did have a professor in college once tell me to pick a lane and stay in it. And that same professor also told me once, in front of a classroom full of people, that my work was not commercially viable. And I hear that in my head every time someone pays me for my work. So yeah, I do all kinds of different photography. I do pets, people, places, things. My favorite things to do are cosplay and live drag shows, of all things. I didn't even know I was good at capturing like moments in like action until I went and shot a drag show one time. And drag queens are very high energy typically, and they're spinning around, they're dead dropping, they're doing all kinds of flinging their hair about. And apparently I was really good at that. Sadly, I've deleted almost all of my drag photos from my computer. They're still hidden away privately on my Facebook, just in case I ever want to bring them back to the public eye. But it's likely never going to happen. I had a really hard falling out with my local drag community, so yeah, I still do some though. I still support some artists here, some drag queens, and shoot their shows. I just very rarely upload it because I'm focused on other stuff. So, but yeah, my favorite things to do are cosplay, drag. I love shooting pets, but people don't always consider that as an option, that they can like get really nice photos of their animals done. So So yeah, it's not really something people always think about, but it is something that I offer. So today, I don't know if I'm going to stream too long. I should probably try to make up for yesterday. I've been trying to stream Wednesdays and Thursdays, or at least every Wednesday consistently. But yesterday I was really tired. It was a long day. I do have one. Somebody was telling me that I should game on stream sometime because I'm on a gaming platform. Twitch is not just for gamers. It's for all kinds of people who want to stream live things. But I do have I do play games. I have a console. I'm a PlayStation fan. I play a lot of games on my PS4. Still, I don't have a PS5 yet. But Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead. I like racing games. I like Horizon Zero Dawn. I like The Last of Us. I like, things like that. But you'll never see me playing them on Twitch probably until I have a different streaming setup to stream either from a PC or my console. But I do have a Tamagotchi R2D2. He helps me stay hydrated. So you might hear a little chirping every so often. It's just him telling me to not be a dry bitch and drink some water. See? It's a great sound. Got him at San Diego Comic-Con last year. Waited in line for 45 minutes at the Tamagotchi booth to get the R2D2 Tamagotchi and the Comic-Con exclusive Tamagotchi, which is already dead. No big deal. Pay no mind. Pay no mind to the dead Tamagotchi. But yeah, it was one of those when in Rome things. Couldn't resist. Took me back to being however old I was in 1998 when they first came out. Having the original one again, it's pretty cool. I didn't even know they still made them. Alright, so today I am going to review what I've done. I have... Oh, we gotta... Did my stream elements? Oh! Oh, hi! Spoopy kitty. My chat play is delayed a little bit. That's cool. I need a reminder to drink water. Yeah, put a Tamagotchi on your water bottle. It's really... Hi, hope you're well. Yeah, thank you. I hope you're doing well. We need to hang out soon. I think I saw this on TikTok. I'm not sure. I don't know where I got the idea. But, yeah, I have a cute Star Wars water bottle and a Star Wars Tamagotchi, so I was like, I bet, R2-D2 goes off about every hour on the hour. I should put him on my water bottle. And I did. And he does. He goes about off every hour on the hour. It's perfect. So today, we are going to review what I've done. I've done some stuff. I got most of the work done. Let's see. Let's crack open this Lightroom and take a gander. I see movement. Streamlabs is doing funny things. Sorry, I'm still getting used to 5 things going on at once. Okay. Oh, and let me know if I look funky. I did turn this light up a little bit, and I change colors every time I stream, so if it's, like, way too pink, let me know. Alright. So, last we left off, I do believe I was still working on this lovely fellow and his lady. And let me show you what I did. So I'm sure we've gone over the before photos 1,000 times, but just in case, let me show you. So here's the before for this one. And I'll kind of go over, I didn't save all the Photoshop files with all the layers and all of my work because each file, once I get through all of the work, this vibrated. Once I get through all of the work, those file sizes end up being anywhere from like 3 gigs and up, maybe 5 gigs and up. And so that's, even though I have like terabytes on terabytes on terabytes, I'd rather not, because I do a lot of this shit all the time. And if I just start getting into the habit of saving every Photoshop file that I create, I'll run out of space very quickly, and we won't have terabytes on terabytes. So I just delete my work. But it's okay, because once the work is done, I'm never going to go back and change it unless, like, I would save the PSD file if it were something the client and I were, like, in cahoots on working on, like if the client had ideas and stuff. But typically the clients don't, like, it depends on the shoot, depends on the person, depends on the goal, the vision, and what they're trying to capture and create. But typically, even the cosplayers that have like specific characters in mind, they'll just be like, this is my character, this is the poses my character does, and this is the kind of environment you might find my character in, like a D&D thing. That's all it is. It's just fancy, expensive LARPing. but yeah, so like for these Mandalorians, typically you see them when you watch Star Wars or The Mandalorian or the Book of Boba Fett or whatever it is that you're watching a Mandalorian in, you'll see desert. You'll see, unless they're like on a forest moon like Endor, you'll typically find them in a desert or on a planet like Tatooine with 2 suns. So in a lot of my edits for these Mandos, I tried to give them a deserty feel and a 2-sun set kind of a vibe. And I also did something I've never done before and something kind of controversial. I used AI not to make my actual finished product, but to help create a composited background, just to see what it would be like to A, use it, B, how I could apply it to my work. Because if AI is going to eventually put me out of a job, I might as well figure out how to use it for my job. So I also did not pay for it. Um, it was a free service. I forget which one. Not Dolly, not Midjourney, none of the ones that have been caught stealing from other artists. It was one of the free AIs from before all this madness. I can't think of what it's called. Photor? I'm not sure. But one of the hopefully squeaky clean background ones that's not like stealing stuff from artists. But anyway, I used it and I just typed in like Star Wars style desert space scene, and honestly the things it gave me, you could tell it was kind of picking from like public domain landscape images, and I could have made the backgrounds myself compositing, but you know, why work an hour when you can let AI work for a second? And I'll show you the assets that I created. Pardon me, I just found out that I can vape on stream, so we're gonna be vaping on stream because it's legal where I live and I'm in chronic pain all the time. So let's see. Okay, so for example, these are some of the my prompt, I believe, was Star Wars style space desert images, landscape, space desert landscape. Yeah, alien desert landscape, that kind of a prompt. And I got these cool things. I don't even know what half of these are. Hold on. Let's open them. Let's find out. Let's look at them together. Are you going to open? You going to crash? For the love of God. Come on. Your CPU's not that bad. Come on, girl. There we go. So, yeah. I didn't use all of them. In fact, some of them I thought were kind of funky. But this is one of the ones AI gave me. I think this looks kind of like an R2-D2 dome. It's kind of weird. This one I did use for one of the images. Like, I could easily find photos of the desert in public domain. I could go take photos of the desert, which is another thing I've done to create my own backgrounds. I use my own photos. Excuse me. But I thought it would be interesting just to give it a prompt, see what it would give me. And I also used one of my own photos as a reference photo for these landscape ones, a photo I took of the Grand Canyon. So that's why I felt like it was giving me a lot of like Grand Canyon looking stuff, which was pretty cool. Some of these I didn't use, like this one. Weird. This looks like a stone boob with a satellite orbiting it. I don't know what that's about. Mystical forest. I don't know what this AI thinks it was doing, but like, yeah, some really cool, some really random, some really weird. This one I loved and I used for a lot of my edits, as you'll see. Also this one, AI created that. That's insane. Like that's pretty good. This one I helped composite first and then ran through an AI, because you can use like a reference photo for some of these AI engines. Be like, yeah, base it off of your own work. And I'm like, okay, here you go. Work that I don't mind sharing with the public. So, yeah, these are the things it gave me. And I ended up using a few of them. Mostly those two. But I thought they were cool. I have more that I just from dicking around with it. But, yeah, pretty neat. And I'll go through and I'll talk about some of my assets and elements and things that I use in work, since I am not going to show you the actual working today. I did a lot of this stuff behind the scenes because I needed to get it done, and I only stream maybe once or twice a week. So yeah, I had a friend come visit from way out of state, several states away, over the weekend, which was lovely. But it made me not available to be at my desk. So, because when a friend comes out, I live in a geographically unique and stunning place, and when a friend comes to visit, I don't want to sit here on my couch and do nothing and offer them nowhere to go. I want to take them places. So, that's what we did. We went all day, every day, until they left. Barely spent any time at home. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. So, for these edits, Let's see. Edit assets. What do we got here? Try to keep things organized. Because I have a bunch. I used some of these backgrounds. Some of these are like everything I use is public domain. Some of these, I forget the name of the country that Star Wars or the Tatooine scenes were shot in, but there are public domain images of that place, and I've taken some and added dual suns. Yeah, some of these are public domain, some of these are pre-composite by me, some of them are pre-composite and public domain from other artists. So yeah, I just scour the public domain for stuff, and if I can't find it, I create it. So sometimes somebody asked me recently, they're like, when do you think's the best time to tune in and watch you on Twitch? Anytime, all the time. I appreciate the view, but honestly, each cosplay edit is going to be way differently than the next one. Sometimes I can whip one together 20-30 minutes, maybe less than an hour, if I have, if I know exactly what I'm going to do to it, how I'm going to edit it, if I have all the elements for it. Other times it can take hours, even days, to finish just one, because I have to, if I can't find any elements for it in the public domain, I then create them from scratch. So like I've hand painted things tediously with this rock because I don't use a tablet, and that can take hours. So each stream is going to be wildly different from the next. If you found the Mandalorian edits a little bit boring, okay, the next one might be a little bit more exciting. It really depends on what we're editing. So, and also your taste, whatever you're into. If Star Wars isn't your thing, tune in to when I edit a Disney princess. It's bound to happen. The odds are, sooner or later, probably gonna have a princess to edit or something different. So yeah, it's never gonna be the same thing. Somebody also asked me if it's always gonna be Star Wars. No, it's not always gonna be Star Wars. I wouldn't want it to be. I like to do all kinds of things and edit all kinds of different things and cosplays and stuff and have something different to work on, because every time I do something different, it's a challenge and I learn something new. I get frustrated and I think I'm going to lose my mind and I end up pulling my hair out, but I learned something new, and I usually find out a new technique that I could have been using all this time and saving myself, so much effort. But yeah, everything's going to be a little different from the last. So for this, I used a lot of eclipses. I was inspired by one Mandalorian artwork, fan art thing I saw online, where they had like probably the Mandalorian walking towards the foreground, towards this the camera, with this like beautiful, really dark background with like an eclipse. Just centralized just enough it kind of looked like religious imagery, which I kind of loved, because if you know anything about Star Wars, Mandalorians basically it's a cult and it's like a religion, and like guns are a part of their religion. It's a whole thing, but it's not a race, it's not a species, it's a religion, or so I've been told. Well, I watch a lot of Star Wars. I'm a nerd, so it's fine. But yeah, I like the religious imagery of it, of the idea of eclipse behind the head, like a halo behind the, how you typically see the Christ figure in art. So I did that with a lot of my Mandalorians in this edit. And you'll see I try to do dual sunsets for most things. So like, for example, sun, that's subtle, but it's something. Here's some of that eclipse imagery. It's different. These folks were also looking for a sticker or something to possibly turn into a sticker, and so I made this. Excuse me. Like a little 2x2 square sticker. I changed it just a bit just in case they want to crop it down. But I think that'd make a fun sticker. Also, these are edits that I haven't shared on my socials yet. I just started releasing stuff today, and I started with some of the next edits you're going to see. So, yeah, this set right here hasn't even been released yet. You're only seeing it live on Twitch. This might be the sticker. It's really whatever they decide. But I just thought that would be... I thought that one would be a cool sticker. This one I shared today. This one I finally dropped. You see that little AI created landscape there? I felt so weird and apprehensive doing that at first, but then I was like, I'm using a good one. If there is such thing as a good one. And I'm gonna use it in my own work. I don't know. But I like the idea of potentially prompting AI for interesting composite backgrounds for my own work. I don't know. I just realized that I forgot to turn the lo-fi vibes on. Excuse me. Can't be perfect all the time. Or ever. So yeah, I haven't released this one yet either, but it is a part of this week's release. So this one's the only one that's been shared on my socials. This is one of my favorite ones. I mean, they're all my favorite. They're all cool. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm usually my own worst critic, but I like these ones. I think I'm getting better at what I do. I don't know. I feel like there's so much area for improvement. Every time I work, I want to do something different and make it look better. More of the two sun treatment here. I thought that was cool. Oh, and here's the odd ones out. We had some troopers. A couple of scout troopers and a stormtrooper. Yeah, that was fun. Let's see, the before. I think they were just standing in front of a couple of palm trees. Pretending like they were firing off some blasters. Yeah. Here. How about that? Even dirtied up their armor a little bit. They were pretty clean and shiny. That was a fun one. Let's see if I can click before and after on some more of these. There we go. How about that? Not bad. I don't think this person has been able to see the photos yet. I messaged them and sent them the link, but I don't know if they're online very much. Hopefully they get to see them soon, though. I think they'll be excited. So yeah, before we call it a wrap on these, I'll just basically walk through and talk a little bit about what it was and what I did. God, when was this? I finally got these done and released the night before last, and then officially released yesterday. But it was emailed to a few people beforehand who had exclusive access. But January 7th, a couple of Saturdays ago almost now, there was a Mandalorian potluck, essentially. It's a certain club's little annual family clan with a C get together um, for all their Mandalorian costuming friends. So I was invited, and I think I'm an unofficial honorary member at this point. Someone told me that, so I'm just waiting to get like an official badge or something. But anyway, we went, and it was so much fun. A lot of great cosplays. A lot of amazing work. Like, looking at these just makes me like, I want to build one, but then I'm like, no. I don't want to take 2 years to complete something. That's too much. I wish I'd have got photos of that one, but I didn't get photos of nearly half as many people as I wanted to. See, there's a lot of people there. I managed to get like 4 people off to do solo shoots. Man, dude is tall. Or he's standing on either standing on something or standing on his tiptoes. Yeah, they're standing on a wall. I was like, they're not that tall. There's no way. Oh, excuse me, my jaw hurts. When it hurts, it makes me yawn to stretch it. Oh, it's terrible. And then it just makes me hurt more. So yeah, this is exactly what it looks like. It's the group photos from the day. Everybody, I think I was one of the first few to show up. We all showed up around 10. I think I showed up at 10. And people started trickling in, filling in between like 11 and noon. And everybody brought like a covered dish. And we had a couple of Ramadas out at Papago Park for the whole day. And so, yeah, we had like a little picnic potluck thing. And then everybody got kitted up in their outfits, and we did some photos, did some group photos. Like, these will go into like the official registry or whatever it is they put their photos into. There's a couple of photographers out there. I don't think any of them took panoramas. I did. You can tell the difference. Like, there's a big tall photo. There's a panorama. That's just fancy words for 3 photos stitched together. Like, my I don't know if my camera actually does panoramas. My Sony, it might. But I do HDR stitching in post-production, so it's not too hard to stitch them together and make it like a really nice long wide photograph. When you print a panorama and frame it in like a specialty frame, they just look so cool. So if anybody ever wanted to do that with these group photos, they have that option now. Great cosplays. Amazing cosplays. Yeah, and the kids. I am super jealous of the rainbow visor. It's just holographic. I love the holo. Very, 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 very envious of the holo. Beautiful. Also, this purple is really cool. These kids have some pretty cool cosplays. Oh yeah. See, I fixed it. She was blinking. So I took her face from another photograph, and they were sitting in the sun. It's not going to be perfect, but at least their eyes aren't shut. So yeah, after we finished the group photos, I rounded up a few folks who wanted to shoot with me. These two were definitely excited. In fact, they swapped me out that day. They commissioned me to take photos and make some artwork for them so they could have like new trading cards made. Do I still have it here? Yeah, they make trading cards. I didn't take this photo, but they have trading cards made when they have cool photos taken of themselves. And they wanted to make new ones, so they asked me specifically to make some new artwork for them. I don't think they'd ever had artwork done. Excuse me, my goodness. I don't think they'd ever had fancy edits done of their cosplay. Like, doing cosplay photography is one thing, and there are some excellent cosplay photographers out there. I know quite a few in my area, but I don't know any of them that do this specifically. So we each offer something different. And each of them does do something a little bit different, but I don't know any of them that does like what I do, you know what I mean? So I always encourage models and cosplayers to shoot with everybody. Shoot with anyone and everyone. Get a portfolio built up. But don't forget, not everything is for trade, and not everything is for free. It's nice when photographers want to trade and want to do things for free, but sometimes they've been doing that for a long time and they're finally at the stage in their career where they can charge for it. So, you know, sometimes it's okay to pay for creative work like photography, even when you are yourself an artist. Readjust. Oh, got the bad back. Bad big. Oh yeah, I got a good edit of this one, I believe. Let's see. What is it? What is it? Here it is. Yeah. Did a dual sun thing. It's kind of cool. Honestly, the original background's pretty cool too. Papago Park was the location. The first time I ever saw Papago Park, when I moved out to where I live, I thought, this looks like Mars, if Mars had plants. Like, this place is alien. This is Earth? Like, are we on Earth? This is kind of alien. It was really cool. It's a beautiful place. If you live in the Arizona desert area, visit a little place called Papago Park. It's pretty cool. Really neat place. It looks like Mars. Mars. Let's see, where was we? Where was I? Where were we? Can't speaky. Here we are. No, that's not where we were. Here we are. Fantastic. Keep on keeping on. I'm going to show you all of them. Did I edit that one? No, it's a different one. Different one I edited. Oh, my jaw. That one. This one. I never know how to feel about my work. I kind of always think it sucks. I know it's terrible, but I low-key always kind of think my work sucks. And some of you might agree. That's fine. I am my own worst critic. But I remind myself that each edit, each piece of work that I've done is an experiment. And how does science go? Never perfectly. So, it's a science. To me, photography is art meets science. It's interesting what I went to college for when I say that out loud. Makes me think about the first degree I ever got was forensics. Forensic technology, specializing in crime scene photography. What else? And what is the definition of forensic science? It is the application of science to law. In some places, it's the application of law to science, when it shouldn't be. It should be the application of science to law. Think about that enough, you'll understand why. But it's funny that now I've strayed away from that, and just for good reason. And I just do art. The application of science to art. Photography, technology, right? Camera, the act of using the camera. You know, in college, I learned I didn't really mean to go to school for photography. It just kind of happened. But I learned about how the first cameras were invented and how we got from nothing to where we are now. And there was this big hubbub for years about, is photography art? And a lot of artists who paint, and people will still talk about it like, oh, that's not art, you're just taking a photo. It is art, so hush. But what a lot of artists who paint and sculpt and stuff don't remember is, because how could they, is the camera obscura. I think it was the camera obscura, or the camera something, where you could, it was basically a box with a tiny hole in it and a mirror, and light would come in and it would reflect whatever you were looking at. So you could put like a dish, like a still life, like a bowl of fruit, or a memento mori, put a skull next to the fruit. And you could point your camera obscura at camera obscura? I might not know my shit right now. I think it's obscura. But you could point the camera obscura at the object or thing or whatever. And artists used to use camera obscuras to trace. It was basically a fancy, sort of like a reverse projector that would collect light instead of projecting it. But yeah, it would help you make a trace. You could trace things with a camera obscura, and you could tell. There's a whole time period in our history where you can look at art, certain paintings, and see you can tell the difference between one traced and painted through a camera obscura and one just painted from from nothing, from an artist's hand, without using the tool of a camera obscura, because there's certain warping and bleeding of the lines, because those cameras were not precise instruments, and so you can kind of see, like, they even painted in the warp, in the glass. So it was interesting time for photographers and artists, and when we kind of literally and physically overlapped. So kind of cool. And then eventually we made camera obscuras large enough that you could stand inside of, and that was the first camera. Pretty crazy. Where were we? Oh yeah, this one. This one I'm probably not going to share on my Instagram. I'm going to leave that up to the couple. I might hang on to it for Valentine's Day though, and like share it in my stories or something. I just think it's cute. They wanted like a cute little prom photo, so I was like, I'm going to edit that one just for fun. That's the one I think they should get turned into a sticker, but that's just my vote. Wonder, I'm looking at these now and I like them. I'm satisfied with them, but I wonder, I always want to improve my stuff. I'm just thinking about how I can make it better. And I'm always thinking about like bright, shiny, saturated, like I love color. And I think being an autistic person, there's some data apparently that autistic people can see more shades of everything. Just like some females can see more color than males. Autistic people are like that, but like dialed up, And so I think that comes across in my work. I don't know, I don't mean for it to, but a lot of people tell me like, wow, your stuff is colorful. And I'm like, okay. I think I'm a lot like J.J. Abrams. I like shiny. I like lens flare. Look at that shine. I want it to look like it's really in that environment, you know what I mean? I like that. So yeah, that's it. I only did like 14 edits only. That's actually quite a few. It's quite a few. Ah, my background changed. Changes every 15 minutes, and it is always something random. I never know what it's going to be. I have a folder just stuffed full of wallpapers that I haven't been through in a while. I should probably clean them out. Nothing inappropriate, just enough to always keep it a surprise. So what's next, you may be wondering. What's up for editing? Right now, I don't really have a lot of shoots going on, which is fine. January is kind of like the slow month for photographers. The holidays just happened. Everybody got their family photos taken for, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever, you name it. And so there's just not a whole lot going on. I have had a couple of gigs this month, but nothing fun, nothing like this. This happened earlier in the month, but I've mostly just had like corporate headshots, which I could show you, but it's kind of boring. So if I don't have any fun cosplay shoots coming up, I did have a couple of the Mandalorians tell me they wanted to. Thank you, R2. I did have a couple of the Mandalorians tell me they want to hire me in the future. Yes, hello, kitty. And there's my cat. And that's great. But as of right now, I don't really have any material in the pipes. Hello, kitty. Come on. There you go. This is Whisper. She's called that because she doesn't. She just shouts. She's a shouter. So we named her Whisper. Yes, child. Be still, please. Yes. Thank you. So coming up, I have. Let's see. Oh, is this material? Hold on. Yeah, I have material. That needs to go in a different folder. So, okay. So, when it comes to dry times, I saw another artist do this once, and I was apprehensive at first. And then I saw how popular it can be for certain artists to go back and forth and play off each other's work, which I kind of like. So, pardon me if I have to pause for certain extended periods of time, but my jaw is absolutely screaming today. It is screaming. It hurts a lot. I'm not going to be able to stream for much longer, unfortunately. It really hurts. I am due for Botox. Actually, I was supposed to get it this Friday, but I was rescheduled because my jaw guy's out of the office. So the public domain material I have to work on is pretty fun. Let me make it a little bit bigger so you might be able to see it. See that? Yeah. This stuff I've considered working on. And since this is all explicitly public domain, it is explicitly up for grabs. In fact, these photographers expect you to take these and play around with them, make something cool of them, which is exactly what I intend to do. So yeah, pretty stoked. And I try to get, when I do draw from the public domain, to fill in gaps just to stay fresh. I never make money off of this work. Like, I don't sell it. I don't really sell any of my work. But I try to get work that resembles what I might shoot. Like how I might shoot something. Or at least within the scope or realm of what I am capable of shooting. So the things you'll see, you know, you might be like, it looks like something they shot. And it's like, yeah, very possible. That's why I use that material. This is more AI. I had a lot of this made with AI. Yeah. I remember this. I remember spending a whole day making a bunch of AI backgrounds recently. I just spread them out. So yeah, I have a lot of material and work to draw from. We'll be fine. We have things to do. Plenty. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. I'm gonna cut this stream a little short. I was hoping to go for 2 hours, but I don't want to be a complainer. But the muscle right here, that kind of holds everything together, is so terribly tight and uncomfortable that I have to stop between words. Oof, pardon me. I'm gonna cry. I get fresh Botox, not for cosmetic reasons, but for medical reasons, every 3 months, and it's due at the end of the month. I'm scheduled already to go in. I just have to wait. So that first stream after getting a fresh round of basically muscle relaxer in my face will be fantastic. And hopefully I'll be able to stream a little longer than an hour and a hour 15. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I am in a little bit of distress. I'll be okay. I just need to. I even took like a couple. I even took a heavy duty ibuprofen before this, so yeah, this is my body's way of telling me it's time for more Botox. If I don't get it, I can't talk and eat. It's kind of sad. And this is evidence of that. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for Spoopy Kitty for chatting and engaging. I appreciate it. Leave a like, leave a follow. If you missed the live stream, that's totally fine. You can replay it right here on Twitch, or you can find it on YouTube at youtube.com/ I believe BigClickEnergy, or just give a little search, BigClickEnergy on YouTube. You'll find it. And it might even be linked below. I don't know. I have a lot of links below, right down here on Twitch. Check it out. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you may not know this, but you get a free Prime sub. And you don't have to use it on me, but you can use that Prime sub right here on Twitch to sub to your favorite streamer. So, yeah. I don't know. Share that Prime. Spread the love around. And what else? Like I said, January is a slow month. There's not a whole lot going on. I will likely draw from some of the public domain, I like to call it vault material, pulling from the vaults, deep diving, going in for work when things are kind of dry, dipping into the well. So, yeah, join me next time. I will certainly stream next week. Yesterday just got away from me and couldn't get around to streaming. So, thankfully we got there today. And, yeah, I'll see you next week. And I might stream a little this weekend if I have the time, because I've been wanting to try it out and see how a Saturday goes. I don't know what time, but certainly any time on a Saturday should be good. People aren't at work. People aren't driving home on their commute. Right now it's 5 o'clock where I live. A lot of the people who probably want to watch this, who have tuned in the past, did so when I was streaming after 5:30 or 6, after their evening commute. So, yeah, I'm gonna try a weekend stream sometime soon. Pardon me. Sure, it's getting all weird. And see how it goes. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. This was BigClickEnergy. Happy to share my Mandalorian picnic photos with you. And follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the things. You can find my links below right here on Twitch. All my socials are connected. Give me a like, give me a follow wherever you like to spend your time scrolling and ignoring the doomsday scenario that is our everyday lives. So take it easy. Appreciate the like and follow. Appreciate the share and the replay. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.